Hello everyone, Namaste, Hare Krishna. Welcome to Gita study session. We are in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This chapter is titled Bhakti Yoga. In this chapter, Krishna gives various practices to practice bhakti, enhance and enrich our bhakti towards Krishna. If you see the previous chapters, first 6 chapters, Krishna spoke about Karma Yoga, how to live in this world, how to work in this world, what should be our mindset while working in this world. If we work with proper mindset, proper consciousness, then our daily work is a joy. One can thoroughly relish everyday work, and we don't accumulate any new karmic reactions by our working. Okay, so if a person works with proper mindset as prescribed by Krishna as a devotional service to Krishna, what Krishna says is, you work for my pleasure as a service to me, be neutral to success or failure, offer the results to me. Only those things Krishna asked. Simple, right? If you work with proper mindset, this mindset I'm doing for the pleasure of Krishna as a service to Krishna, work is a joy. Will our mind is purified, our consciousness is purified, will come out of this I and my zone, and one is eligible to practice dhyana. So Krishna goes in a flow. One is eligible to practice dhyana. So dhyana meditation that requires control of mind and senses. And if a person continues that, one can attain self-realization and God realization. And Arjuna says like, it is hard for me. It is hard for me to control my mind and senses. That is when Krishna has taught this Bhakti Yoga. Okay, Bhakti means love. Bhakti means love. The so-called love is inherent within us. It is not new to us. It's inherent within us, part of this intrinsic property of the soul. We love our children. This love it is there. We love our children. We love our friends. We love our parents. Right? The same love when it is towards Krishna, the Supreme Lord, when it is practiced to love Krishna, that process is called Bhakti and Bhakti Yoga. So the love towards God is not something we can or we can start immediately, or one would become a great devotee immediately, right? It needs a practice. So to develop or cultivate love towards him, Krishna spoke everything about him. Just like when we hear more the greatness, and when we hear more greatness and glories about a person, we develop love and attachment towards that person. Right? Krishna spoke all about himself from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11 chapter after 11 chapter. Krishna spoke everything about himself. That he is the source of cosmic existence. Nothing can function without him. And so many about himself. Right? So when we hear the glories and greatness of the Lord, we develop love and attachment towards the Lord. And Arjuna, Krishna also said, like, he is the one who is pervaded in everywhere, and he is the one who is sustaining the creation. And Arjuna asked a question, I want to see that. I want to see that. So that's where Krishna shows the universal form in 10th chapter. I'm giving a quick glimpse of all the previous chapters for new participants also. So Krishna gives shows the universal form for Arjuna. And at that time, Krishna shows to Arjuna that it is all Krishna's arrangement, everything happening. So that time Arjuna could realize. And finally, Krishna concludes the chapter 11 with one verse, beautiful verse. Bhaktyasthu mananya sakya ahameva vidarjuna gnatham drishtancha tatvena praveshtancha parantapa. If you know about me, if you want to know about me, if you want to uh, attain me, if you want to see me, there is one thing really required, Arjuna, that is Ananya Bhakti, pure love of Godhead. Okay, so that's where Krishna ends this 11th chapter. And again, 12th chapter starts. Arjuna asks this question. We'll quickly go over this and get into our session. Arjuna asks this question: Krishna, you have showed this universal form, and which seems to be impersonal, and you also showed like you in your personal form, you're in front of me. So what should I make my object of meditation? What should I make my object of meditation? Should I meditate on this impersonal aspect of yours, or should I meditate on you in your personal form? Hmm? Tesham ke yoga vittamaha. What process is faster process? We always want faster process, right? Nobody wants to wait for longer time and to attain a destination, right? So we want quicker and faster result, quicker and faster result. So Arjuna is asking the same question on behalf of us, for Arjuna and for everyone. What is the fastest process to attain Krishna? How should Arjuna should meditate upon? Hmm? So that's when Krishna rushes to say, "You meditate upon me. My avesha mano yemam. You fix your mind on me. You meditate on me. This process is easy process, Arjuna." The impersonal aspect, or that, or you meditate on your own self that you cannot see. We cannot see our Atma by our own senses, right? It is hard, right? So, or we cannot see like impersonal form of the Lord who is pervaded everywhere with our senses. It is also hard, right? So, Krishna is saying personal form is easy. If you meditate on the personal form of the Lord, it is very easy, and it is more conducive to bhakti and leads to faster result. And Krishna also says that the other types of meditation is also good, but it takes time. It's a delay. Hmm? So, and that's the first seven. I need to move on quicker now. There is a lot to cover today. And 8 to 12, Krishna gives the different stages of bhakti. We have seen in the previous sessions also. So, whatever Krishna had taught so far, Krishna goes backwards. Krishna says the first thing is, this is the highest thing. Fix your mind on me. Fix your intelligence on me. If you can do that, Arjuna, you'll live in me. You'll be absorbed. You'll be totally absorbed in me. You'll attain the true bliss of me. And then one may say, Krishna, how is that possible? I have many other things in my life. Hmm? Whenever I try to fix my mind on you, I'm lost. Many things come to my mind. Give me some other practice. Yes, Krishna so nicely gives other practice. If you can't meditate on me for longer time, fix your mind and intelligence on me for longer time, you practice. You practice meditating on me. In our previous sessions also, we looked at various practices meditating on the Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord. So we'll see that in upcoming slides now. So there are various practices also involved in meditating. So Krishna is saying, practice remembering the Lord. So one may say like, Krishna, I want to do practice, but I have many other things to take care of. My family, my work, many job things. I'm working all the time. Uh, I can't do mental activity, but I can do physical activity. And Krishna says, no problem. No problem. You can do whatever you're doing, you do, but do for my pleasure as a service to me. Service to me. So, and I can't even do, if you can't even do service to me, I have other option for you. Krishna says, you be yourself, but do karma phala tyaga. Don't expect anything in your action. Don't think I'm the cause of your my success or failure. Be neutral. Be neutral and don't be attached to your success or failure. Mm. And that's it. We'll see. And Krishna says, Krishna concludes this 8 to 12 verses by giving various practices involved, and finally list out a list of qualities. Hmm? So bhakti is pure and purifying. It purifies one's existence, right? So when the bhakti purifies one's existence, and all the qualities naturally manifest. We see people in this world try to become humble, try to become tolerant with many practices, but bhakti itself can give all those things. How that happens and what are the different qualities one would manifest, and the Krishna list out these qualities and say these are the qualities which Krishna like to see. Krishna's bhaktas will naturally attain, and these are the qualities that endears one to Krishna. Okay, so we did this ninth verse. We have been doing in past two sessions. This ninth verse. In this ninth verse says Krishna says, practice meditating. Uh, If we cannot fix the mind on Krishna, meditate on the beautiful form of the Lord for longer time, or meditate on Lord for longer time, we can practice. Take some time, at least 5 minutes a day, or morning or evening, 5 minutes a day. You can think about and meditate upon. So we have been doing this. There are different practices involved. From our Vaishnava Acharyas, they have given many wonderful practices. When Krishna says, fix mind on me, fix intelligence on me, because you'll be absorbed in me. So, what are the different ways we can practice to fix the mind on Krishna? Okay, there are different ways you can see here. We can meditate on the holy name of the Lord. It's called Nama Dhyana. Krishna Nama Dhyana. Meditate on the holy name of the Lord. So, there are many practices involved. We, in our previous sessions, we went in detail why I need to chant this mantra. So, does this mantra has any rules and regulations? When should I chant? And what are the benefits of chanting this mantra? We covered in detail in previous sessions. This is one of the practice one can do. Nama Dhyana, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Okay. So other is other option. These are all great. All are equal. No different. Krishna in the spiritual world, Krishna's name same. No different. The God in the spiritual world and the God's Leela pastimes who had done past just by hearing also same. The Lord's form, the beautiful form, and the Lord in the spiritual world are same, no different. God is absolute. Right? So in our previous sessions we covered Nama and Rupa. Rupa Dhyana, meditating on the beautiful form of the Lord. So one can meditate going to temples, or one could meditate like having a deity form and offering uh, food items. And we went through it in detail how to do this Rupa Dhyana. So how to actually worship God in detail, that we did it. So we'll go today. We'll look at Lord's Krishna's Guna Dhyana, meditating on the Guna of the Lord and meditating on the Leela of the Lord. Okay. After that, we'll do 10, 11, 12 shlokas. Okay. So practices to meditate on the guna, the divine qualities of the Lord. Lord, when he appears, he performs activities, various activities. These activities, pastimes are all for us. One should not think like God has did some pastime, sometime in the past. He had a plan, he came, he did, and he went away. I cannot even see that and how it relates to me. Right? So one must not think that anything God did it in the past is really applicable for us in everyday life. Everyday life. Many things to learn from the God's pastimes. Lord appeared as Sri Rama. He, Sri Rama as Maryada Purushottama, very well celebrated as Maryada Purushottama, right? The Supreme Lord, he himself, with his own lifestyle, he has displayed many qualities. Okay, we'll look at few of these qualities and see how can we meditate on these qualities of Rama. So when we hear Ramayana, when we hear Ramayana, when we watch Ramayana, when we hear Ramayana, it's not like we watch a story and then no. Right? We must be absorbed in the pastime of the Lord. When we truly appreciate, this is the point, when we truly appreciate each and every quality in Ramayana, we'll be absorbed, we'll be truly absorbed, we'll be emotionally connected to the Lord. That's what Krishna is saying. My Manavadatsva, my buddhi nivashaya, right? Fix your mind on me, fix your intelligence on me. Nivashishyati manayeva, mayeva ata urdhavna shamshaya, right? Krishna is saying, you'll be totally absorbed in me. So to do that, one has to thoroughly appreciate the Lord's qualities. When we listen to Lord Ramayana, or when we watch Ramayana, one has to truly appreciate. So it is said that Rama has unlimited qualities. How much we can list out Rama's qualities? Aganita guna ghana bhushita Rama. Rama's qualities are unlimited. Unlimited. In the beginning of Ramayana, Narada Muni asked this question. Valmiki Muni asked this question to Narada Muni. Is there any person in this world who is Gunavan, Viryavan, Dharmagna, Kritagna, Dhadavrita, all these qualities? Is there any person in this world? And that time, Narada Muni says, yes, there is a person, current moment, current time, there is a person, that is Rama. And that's where Narada talks about Rama. Right? So we'll see few of the past tense and see how can we meditate on these past tense. So past tense in the sense, I'm talking about the qualities of the Lord, qualities of Lord Rama. So Gunavan or Saushiliam. So this is one of the beautiful quality of Rama. Rama is equal to everybody. He is equal and neutral to everybody. He accepted. He accepted Guha, Guha, a tribal person, as his friend. He accepted Sugriva as his friend. The monkeys and Rakshasa Vibhishana also has his friend. That's a wonderful quality of Rama. And affability. He's he's easily available. Sometimes in our life, if a person gets a position, it is a certain position, he talks to only the high level people. He doesn't talk to low level people. But that's not the case with Rama. Lord Rama is equal to everybody, and he's easily accessible. If anybody goes, he gives appointment. We can't easily go to president of USA and talk to him. No, we don't get an appointment, right? So, but not like Rama. Rama is, even though he's a god, right? He was easily accessible for everybody. So that's Sausalya and Viryavan. These are qualities we must meditate upon when we are watching Ramayana or when we are listening to Ramayana. And other quality of Rama is Viryavan. He has unlimited powers. Of sure, right? He's a god. He has unlimited powers. Most importantly, he never misused the powers. Never misused the powers. Even in case of Lakshmana, when he was about to throw Brahmastra against Indrajit, he said like, no, 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 no. Don't misuse. This is not the right time, right? So there's the thing. He never misused the power. This is one of the quality of Lord Rama. Dharmagna. He never. Dharmagna means who is a knower of dharma, follower of dharma. He never compromised with his values. He never compromised with his values, and he's grateful, always equal to everybody. Grateful, thankful to everybody. If a person does little bit help to Rama, he sees like it's a big help, right? So that's one of the wonderful quality of Lord Rama. And he forgives. If a person does evil deeds, he was ready to forgive Ravana also. Ravana abducted Sita, Rama's wife, but Rama was ready to forgive Ravana also. Now, if it was us, we like, I'll kill you. I'll kill you right now, right? So that's not the case with Rama, right? So Rama is like, is easily forgiving. And he sees evil deeds also. He are ready to forgive and always try to see good things in others. Always try to see good things in others. So these are the wonderful, beautiful qualities of Dr. Rama. Okay, so I listed out truth. Rama's other qualities always truthful. He speaks truth and he's determined in vow. He never broke the vow. He made a vow. He has to go to forest and he fulfilled that. So these are the few of the qualities. There are unlimited qualities and so many things to speak about Lord Rama that itself will take 10 days for 10 sessions for us, but we'll quickly go over. Okay, so the point here is one can meditate on the divine qualities of the Lord. How Lord is easily accessible, how Lord is supremely powerful, and he never misuses power, and he's a knower of dharma, he's always Satya Vakya. And these are the qualities one can meditate upon. We are watching Ramayana or listening Ramayana, we can pick these aspects of the Lord and appreciate the Lord. When we do that, what happens? We develop love towards the Lord. We develop naturally, our love towards the Lord naturally flows. We get naturally attracted towards the Lord. Okay. So we'll next thing. So in the previous sessions, we covered Nama Dhyana, meditating on the holy name of the Lord, Rupa Dhyana, meditating on the form of the Lord, and Guna Dhyana, meditating on the qualities of the Lord. And this slide, another slide, will talk about Leela Dhyana, meditating on the pastimes of the Lord, pastimes of the Lord. So God descends. We call him as Avatara, right? Avatara, incarnation Avatara. Krishna spoke about that in fourth chapter. Janma karmach me divyam. Janma, Janma means birth, appearance, birth appearance. Janma means appearance. Karma means his activities are divine. Divyam, Janma karmach me divyam are divine. Evam yo veti tatvatah tyakta deham punarjanma naiti mamesita Arjuna. If a person can truly understand that, truly meditate these divine qualities of the Lord and divine pastimes of the Lord, Tyakta deham punarjanma, such a person will not have birth again. Such a person will not take birth again. Mhm. This birth is he'll attain God, Supreme Lord, he'll attain moksha, he'll attain liberation. That's the whole purpose of our life, right? So Krishna is saying his pastimes are so wonderful. His pastimes are wonderful, divine, and one could greatly benefit from his pastimes. Okay, so Krishna had, if you see in Bhagavatam, Krishna had, there is a big list of Krishna's incarnations, appearance, how and when Krishna appeared. There are many details. Bhagavad, primarily we know Lord incarnated like Dashavatara. In 10 incarnation God had taken Dashavatara. But Bhagavatam says there are 20 plus, and here in Bhagavatam it is also said Asankheya. God's incarnations are unlimited. Sometimes God descends as a he from the spiritual world and perform pastimes. Sometimes God empowers, picks a living entity and empowers with his Shakti, and that's also one kind of incarnation, right? So Parashurama is one of the person. Parashurama, God empowered a living entity. Shakti Avesh Avatara, that's why we call it as Shakti Avesh. Parashurama is a Shakti Avesh, is empowered entity. So sometimes God Himself descends like Rama, Lakshmana, Narasimha, Varaha. These are all like God Himself descended. Okay, yeah. So we look at in detail how the pastimes of the Lord are applicable to us. How can we meditate on the pastimes of the Lord? Hmm. So few additional details here. So in we are in Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga lasts for 432,000 years. Times of 2 is Dwapara Yuga, times of 3 is Treta Yuga, times of 4 is Satya Yuga. This its full Yuga cycle lasts for 4.3 million years. 4.3 million years. In all these phases of Yuga, Lord incarnates, takes different, comes in different avataras. Different avataras. Okay, so you can see in Krita Yuga and Satya Yuga, he took 4 avatars: Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha. Treta Yuga, he appeared as Vamana, Parshurama, Sri Rama. In Dwapara as Balarama and Krishna. And Kali Yuga is about to come. This is one Yuga cycle. In the one day of Brahma, there are 1,000 Yuga cycles. 1,000 Yuga cycles. Okay. That is equal to 4.3 billion years. 4.3 billion years. Our lifespan is just 100 years, right? So we are talking about 4.3 billion years. And in every Yuga cycle, Lord appears in the same, in this different avataras. These avataras. And one should not relate this with Darwin theory or the human evolution. It looks similar, but it's not related. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go one by one, take one avatara and see what we can learn and meditate upon. So what we're discussing, the point we're discussing is how to do Leela Dhyana. How can we meditate on pastimes of the Lord? So the Lord has appeared, and one thing I wanna say, one important point. Most of us know these pastimes of the Lord, right? Most of us know about Lord has incarnated, hidden pastimes. We heard or watched. Do we do we want to hear again? Hmm? Do we show interest to hear again? Do we show interest to watch again and again, again and again? When I say again and again, like multiple times, multiple times in a week, multiple times in a day. Do we have that natural inclination? We may not, right? So, or maybe we have inclination towards uh, a movie. I know a person like he likes to watch a movie. It's an old movie. I don't want to say the name of it, but he likes that movie so much. He watched like 100 plus times, 100 plus times in the past 10-15 years. 100 plus times he watched. Then I asked this question, what's special about this movie? He says like every time he watches that movie, he experiences something new. He experiences a new bliss. He has a different experience watching that movie, and he feels whenever he gets like hectic, when he has a hectic schedule, when he gets busy in his life, so he goes and watches that movie alone, right? So the point here is we may experience in this material world, we may experience joy in material things. If the movie itself will give a joy, the movie with material characters, if they themselves give a joy to our mind and consciousness, what to speak about the Lord's pastimes. The Lord's pastimes give a great joy, unlimited bliss. Okay. Uh, Provided one has to hear from a proper source, one has to watch from a proper source and appreciate the lila of the Lord. So sometimes, like if a speaker is a nice speaker, he's speaking nicely, and all the participants are sleeping. All the participants are sleeping. So, so there is no transformation, right? So the speaker may be experiencing bliss by speaking, but participants, listeners are nicely sleeping. It's like a lullaby for them. Right? There is no transformation. Hmm? The speaker has to be good, and the listener also has to be good. The listener has to pay attention. The listener has to uh, show interest, have some natural inclination towards the God. When they match, this listener, a speaker, and a good speaker of Bhagavatam, the pastimes of the Lord, and the listeners, very attentive listeners who are inclined towards the Lord, when that match, great transformation happens. So this is what's said in Bhagavatam, beginning verses. Okay, so when you do that, when you listen attentively or hear about the Lord's glories, watch the Lord's glories, appreciate the Lord's glories, we can thoroughly relish. Our love towards the Lord naturally flows. Okay, now we'll get into the first time. So Lord appeared as Matsya. It is said in scriptures that Lord appears twice in two different times. So one time is um, to at the time of Naimitika Pralaya. Naimitika Pralaya means partial annihilation. Partial annihilation happens at the day of one day of Brahma. Krishna spoke about that in 8th chapter also. Partial annihilation happens in at the one day of Brahma, the night of Brahma. So what happens in this entire creation? Only the top three planets will be there, planetary systems will be there, everything will be immersed in water, right? So before the partial annihilation, Lord want to protect a king, Satyavrata Muni, and also Lord wants to save the scriptures and herbs and everything. So Lord instructed Satyavrata king to get everything ready, and he himself sailed this boat and sailed the Satyavrata Muni. So this is one time. Other time Matsya appeared. Other time also Matsya appeared. That so sometime. Hayagriva, not Vishnu Hayagriva. There's a demon called Hayagriva. He stole the Vedas and immersed in the water. So that time Lord appeared as Matsya to protect the Vedas. Okay. Matsya means fish. Lord took the fish incarnation. So how can we say like how okay that pastime is good? How can I meditate on this pastime? How this pastime helps me. So this we can pray like this: O Matsya, O Lord, guide me and protect the pure devotion in me, in my heart. So one may say, you may have appeared, you had a purpose, you are descended, you fulfill the purpose, and you disappeared. And how it is applicable to me, Krishna? Yes, it is very much applicable to us. One may pray, O Matsya, when we hear about Matsya, O Matsya, O God, you did not just appear for Lord Satyavrata Muni, you appeared for me. You appeared for me alone. Just as like you guided Satyavrata King, you guide me in my path of devotion, path of bhakti yoga unto you. Well, these are the prayers one can pray. So Lord appeared as Kurma. Next incarnation, Lord appears as Kurma. Kurma means turtle. Turtle represents the support. So this is in the past time it happened during the ocean churning ceremony. Samudra Manthan, ocean ceremony. So sometime back, all these details are in Bhagavatam. So sometime back, all the demons, demigods, they came together and they want to churn the ocean. To churn the big ocean, they need a rod, right? To churn the milk, we need a rod. So to churn the ocean, they need a rod. They were looking for the Lord. So they went and asked Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Krishna said, "You go and get the Mandara Parvat, the huge, gigantic mountain." So everybody went. All the demigods, demons, they all went and they tried to lift this Mandara mountain. Many demigods and many Rakshasa, all the demons, they got crushed and died also. But they couldn't able to lift it and bring it. So that time they went and requested the Lord. So Lord went on a Garuda, he lifted and so seamlessly he lifted and kept on Garuda itself. And he was able to bring it and that time he dropped it and demigods and demons, they used this rod, this Mandara mountain as a tool to churn. So now that they're ready to churn, what happened? It started immersing. It's going into the getting immersed into this water because it's too heavy. So it is said the size of this mountain was like 700 feet high and 700 feet high and 50 feet wide. It's unimaginable, too huge, huge. And while this was getting immersed, the Lord Himself went and gave stability. He gave stability to this Mandara mountain. Mandara mountain. So because of that, it was stable, and Lord Himself sat on top of this mountain, and it stabilized this mountain so that demons and demigods could churn this ocean. Okay, so how this Kurma Avatara is applicable to us? How can we meditate on Kurma Avatara? So the Kurma, the Lord is a turtle, Kurma, he stabilizes. Just like he stabilized this mountain, we should pray to Lord Kurma, oh my Lord, Kurma Deva, give me the steadiness. Give me the steadiness in my devotional practices. Today I practice. Today I'll go to temple with great enthusiasm. Tomorrow I don't even go. Today I'll try to listen attentively your lectures, but tomorrow, a day after tomorrow, I don't even show any interest. Right? So I don't have stability. Hmm? In previous incarnation, we saw like guide me and stabilize me, stabilize my devotional practices. So we can, it's very, every pastime of the Lord is very much applicable to us. These are the different ways we can meditate on the Lord. The Lord appeared as Varaha, third one. So as a Varaha, what Lord did, he lifted the earth. He lifted the earth. He appeared two times also in different Sveta Varaha, Rakta Varaha. So many details. If you go, it'll take one more hour. But so Lord appeared as Varaha. He lifted the Bhudevi. When he lifted the Mother Earth, it is said that he kept the earth on his horns, and the way the earth was like, it was like a mustard seed. It was in the mustard seed, so in this big. So such a gigantic, huge form Lord take as Varaha. He lifted the earth. So how it is applicable to us? How can we meditate on Lord Varaha? So we can say, oh my dear Lord, you have not just appeared to live the earth, you have appeared for me. Just as a Matsya, you appeared for me to guide me. As a Kurma, you appeared for me to study my devotional practices. As a Varaha, you appeared for me. How? What you did? You just as like you uplifted the earth, you uplift me. I'm drowning in this ocean of material existence. You uplift me, lift my consciousness. Okay, and next avatar we go Narasimha. Lord appeared as Narasimha, half man, half lion. So Lord Narasimha represents what is the essence of Narasimha Avatara? He protected a devotee Prahlada. So this devotee was very much devoted to the Lord. But this Hiranyakashipu was obstructing his devotion. This Hiranyakashipu was obstructing his devotion in many different ways. Many different ways. Narasimha removed that obstruction, and Narasimha made sure Prahlad devotion is steady. In our life also, when we want to get devoted to the Lord, obstacles will come, obstructions will come in different ways. We all know. Sometimes it will come in the form of a WhatsApp message, sometimes in the form of a friend or a movie or whatever, right? So Narasimha as a Bhakta Vatsala, just as like he protected Prahalada and he removed all the obstacles in the path of Prahalada, so we can pray to Narasimha. Oh Narasimha, you have not just appeared for Prahalada, you appeared for me. You appeared for me to remove obstacles in my path towards you. Okay. I think we have less time. I thought we could cover more. Okay, we'll go on. So Lord appears as Vamana, the dwarf. He took the dwarf form. So Vamana pastime, essence of Vamana pastime is he showcased through Bali Maharaja importance of humility and surrender. Humility and surrender. One has to be humble. This Bali Maharaja, he occupied entire universe. He thought like everything belongs to me. Everything belongs to me. I am the owner of this entire universe. Everyone should offer respect to me. That was his false ego, right? And he had ahankara and mamakara. So Lord as Vamana, he removed that. He removed both ahankara and mamakara. If a person thinks he is the cause of all causes, and if a person is attached to anything, Vamana removes that. Vamana removes that. So we can meditate on Lord Vamana. You not just appeared for Bali Maharaja, you appeared for me. Let me surrender unto you at your lotus feet, and you make me humble. And Lord appeared as Parashurama. And from now on, I'll go a little faster. So Lord appeared as Parashurama. As a Parashurama, he killed many miscreants, like all the Kshatriya races. He annihilated 21 times, right? So what is the essence of this avatara? He established detachment. One has to learn detachment, right? So Parashurama, and if a person is proud of any of his achievements or anything, Parashurama will remove that. Right? So one can pray, oh Parashurama, you appeared for me, appeared for me to remove all my pride so that I can serve you. And the Lord appeared as Rama, as an exemplary person, exemplary human being, Maryada Purushottama. So we can hear about Rama and we can develop qualities of Lord Rama. One can pray to Lord Rama, you have appeared to help me learn, to help me live a life like you. I take refuge in you. And Krishna, Lord Krishna, the God himself appeared in his own form. The essence of Krishna avatar is Krishna means all attractive, one who attracts everybody. It's a glorious avatar, glorious incarnation of the Lord, glorious appearance of the Lord. So Krishna, one may pray to Krishna, Krishna, You have performed unlimited pastimes. Engage me in your pastimes and enrich my devotion unto you. You are all attractive. Let me get attracted to you. So Lord appeared as Buddha. Buddha is like a compassionate to establish this compassion. There was so much chaos everywhere during that time. So Lord appeared as Buddha, to help people teach detachment and false religion. So yeah, one can pray to Buddha to develop this so-called compassion and devotion to Krishna. Compassion to living entities, other living entities, and devotion to Krishna. And 10 is about to appear. Kali Kala Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. I spoke about that in last time, that God has appeared as a holy name. Holy name. So in Kali Yuga, in future Kalki may come, but the Lord also had appeared as holy name of the Lord. So one can meditate on the Krishna's holy name to cleanse the heart, from all kinds of contamination. Okay. So we covered, we did ninth shloka. We went in detail, very deep into all of this. How to meditate on the nama, how to meditate on guna, how to meditate on a rupa, a form, and how to meditate on lila, pastime of the Lord. So Lord had performed many, many pastimes. Every pastime is for us. One should not think like that pastime is for Prahlada only. No. The Lord's Narsimha's pastime is very much applicable for us to meditate upon. Okay, now we'll quickly go into these few verses. I'll ask someone to read this. Anyone?
अभ्यासे अपि असमर्थो असि मत्कर्म परमो भव मद अर्थम अपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिम अवाप्स्यसि. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage.
Thank you, Baba. So we can see in these verses 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Krishna goes backwards. Krishna said first one, the highest is fixing the mind on Krishna, fixing the intelligence on Krishna, becoming absorbed in Krishna for a longer time, right? So if you cannot do that, Krishna says you practice. Have a time, practice of Lord's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. One can think about and practice, right? So this is the third one. Krishna is saying, if you cannot do that, if you cannot do anything with the mind, what option you have? So Krishna, I cannot do anything with the mind. Tell me something which I can do. I can practice. I can do something with my body. All the time, I'm thinking about my body. I cook the food for myself. I take care of my family. But sitting at one place and meditating on you is hard, Krishna. If a person has that mindset, Krishna is saying, no problem. You can do this. Madhardam api karmani. Whatever you're doing, you continue doing. If you're going to office to earn money, you earn. But apply one thing. Madhardam api karmani. You work for my pleasure. If you're going to office to earn money, don't think that you're going to office for earning money. Think that you're going to office for the pleasure of Krishna. For the pleasure of Krishna. You still take money. Don't do free job, but you still take money, but have a mindset. I work for Krishna. Right? We can do that, right? In all our activities, we can do that. Right? So Krishna says, if we can do at least that, in all our activities, we bring God. Do our regular activities only. I'm cooking the food for my children. What is my action? Cooking food. I'm not meditating. I'm cooking food. Right? I cook the food nicely. I offer to Krishna. And Krishna, this is for you. I'm cooking for you. I'll offer to you. That's one of the action. Right? So what is saying? If a person can do that, kurvam siddhim avapyasi. One can slowly develop love towards Krishna. Love towards Krishna will be enriched naturally. It will enrich when we work for the pleasure of Krishna. So we'll go little detail about Krishna Seva. What Krishna said here, mat karma parmo bhava mat ardhamapi karmani. So what Krishna is saying is, if we cannot utilize our mind, meditate on Krishna with the mind, we can use our body. What are the actions we are doing? We can do as a service to Krishna. Okay, so that is the essence here, and we'll go little detail about this Krishna. Say what Krishna meant here. And before that, we'll try to learn the importance of Krishna Seva. Seva means the service. Madharpam. Mad karma, karma bhava. Mad ardham. Madhardham api karmani. Karmani, all activities, all activities. Madhardham. You do for me. Right? You do for me. Do as like my pleasure. For my pleasure is a service to me. In our life, I'm talking about importance of seva. In our life also, we do various activities, right? So from morning 9 a.m. to evening, we are engaged in so many things. What are we doing? We're doing seva. We're doing service to ourselves. Sometimes we serve, we clean our body. What are we doing? We're cleaning our body is a seva to ourselves. Or we serve, we cook the food for our children. That is a service to children, right? So, or we work for our employer who is giving us salary, right? We are doing for them. What are we doing? Seva. It's also service. But all these services are doing for myself. I'm doing for myself for my pleasure, right? My pleasure. But because of that, like I'm always thinking about myself. I'm always thinking about myself. I do this, I get this. I do this, I get this. So Krishna is saying, come out of that. Hmm? Paramo bhava, do a superior activity, not just your regular activities. Do the regular activities, but spiritualize your activities. Spiritualize your activities. Do it for me, for the pleasure of Krishna. When you do that, it purifies the heart. Purifies the heart. So we can see two options here, what Krishna is saying. So one thing is direct service to Krishna. Direct service to Krishna, and other option is indirect service to Krishna. We'll see that. So what is a direct service to Krishna? So many options here. Uh, we can see one can make garlands for Krishna. I can go to temple, take the flowers, make a garland, give it to them. I can come back home. What am I doing? Seva. What is the purpose? For the pleasure of the God, right? Nothing. I don't expect them to appreciate me or give money. No, I'm doing it. This is what paramo bhava. Mat karma paramo bhava. That's what exactly it means. Do a superior activity, spiritualize your activities, right? Now, this we can do. It's a simple practice. We can make a nice garland and offer to the if you're going to temple, yes, we can do that. If you're at home, we can make a nice garland, offer to the Lord. It's Krishna Seva, direct Krishna Seva, right? Not my Seva, right? Krishna Seva only. And we can help with decorations. If a temple is celebrating some festival, we can go and help them, and do all kinds of decorations. It's an easy thing one can do. So what is this? Is also seva, but it's direct Krishna seva for the pleasure of Krishna, for him, nothing for me, for him. Right? This is direct Krishna seva, parama seva, right? Superior activity. One can cook boga or one can, if you don't know cooking, one can cut vegetables. It's easy. We cut vegetables every day and cook and eat for our own pleasure, our own pleasure. Right? So when we cook, when we cut the vegetables, have you ever tried this other thing, right? Have you ever tried cutting the vegetables for the pleasure of Krishna? For the pleasure of Krishna. It's a bliss. It's a bliss. One must experience. It's a bliss one must experience, right? So that's the reason. If you're doing this selflessly for a higher purpose, it purifies our consciousness, helps us to develop love towards the Lord. Right? So yeah, so we can cut vegetables for Krishna, and if we cannot do that, we can serve prasadam. So to serve prasadam, nothing to do. Just take a spoon, take a spoon of rice, curry, or whatever, and drop it in others' plate. So easy work. In our temple also, we see that many people shows interest to serve because it's easy work. It's a easy work, no effort. So what am I doing? I'm serving. It's also seva. Is it my seva? Am I doing for myself? No, it's a Krishna seva. Krishna seva. It's a Parama seva, like superior activity. So we can clean the floors. So many preaching services. All these are Krishna seva for the pleasure of God. These are all direct services, right? All these services enrich our devotion toward the Lord. If you have some devotion to the Lord, it will enrich. If you don't have devotion to the Lord, it will help us to develop loving devotion service to the Lord. So what about indirect seva? What Indra is, that's what we have been doing every day. Every day from morning 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. If you are at the home, little bit of the time we do DT worship, that is direct seva, or do indirect Krishna seva, or we do seva. And most of the time we do seva for our own self. We read some books so that we'll watch some movies so that what you're doing is seva to our senses, right? So that we'll get a good pleasure. Or we cook nice food and we eat. There's nothing wrong in there, but one should not see anything wrong here. These are also good. What are we doing? Seva. For whom? Myself. I'm cooking for food for myself. I'm delicious food. My child likes a pizza. Other child likes a pasta. I am cooking both. I'm making them happy. I'm being happy. I'm serving them. And I'm serving myself. This is saying seva to ourselves. What Krishna is saying, spiritualize that activity. Spiritualize that activity. Make it as a Krishna seva. Make how? I cook the food for the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna, this is your children. I'm cooking for them. I'm cooking for your pleasure. I'm cooking for your pleasure. I eat the food for your pleasure. Right? Just a change of mindset. So when I apply this mindset, I'm cooking the food not for my own enjoyment in my home, for you, your pleasure. What kind of seva is that? It's Krishna seva. It's not my seva, it becomes Krishna seva. It's a spiritual activity at that point. So this is indirect seva to Krishna. Right? So Krishna has spoken everything about this particular indirect seva of the Lord in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita Karma Yoga. Right? So what Krishna said, you do any activity you do as a yajnardat, 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 as a service to the Lord, as a devotional service to the Lord, as a spiritual activity. Krishna uses this symbol of yajna, and throughout this first 6 chapters, he explained this. Yajnaradapi karmani. One has to do all his duties as a service to the Lord. Spiritual as action, spiritual as duties. So we looked at the Krishna Seva. Two things. One is direct Krishna Seva, not for my enjoyment, for Krishna's enjoyment. uh, Direct Krishna Seva. Indirect Krishna Seva is also Krishna Seva, but indirectly. I'm doing for myself, but bringing God in my mind. Okay, so we'll go on, move on.
अथैतद् अपि असक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद् योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मवान्. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act, giving up all results of your work, and try to be self-situated.
Look at the mercy of the Supreme Lord. He has been giving various options, right, for all kinds of people. Okay, if a person has a natural devotion to the Lord, he gets attached to the Lord's holy name, Lord's pastime. He gets attached to the Lord and meditates on the Lord. Uh, that's the verse number 9, right? It's the highest. If a person has a natural inclination, if a person doesn't have that, Krishna says you practice 10, right? 8, 9, 10. This one learn. If you cannot in practice, what Krishna says, previous verse. What Krishna says, you work for me. Previous verse 10, 8, 9, 10. I'm saying 9, 8, 9, 10. Right? Highest level, naturally developing loving emotions to Krishna. That's the first thing. Next thing is practice devotional services, and third thing is work for Krishna. And the last option Krishna is saying, if I can't do anything, Krishna, all I know is doing everything for myself. Most of the people, us in this world, we do for ourselves, right? We don't bring God in our consciousness, and we do for ourselves. Krishna is saying that is also a good option, you can do that. That is also a good option, you can do that. But provided one has to do this one at least. Karma phala tyagam. Karma phala tyagam. Krishna goes back to the second chapter now. Karma phala tyagam is the minimum basic thing one can do to remain unattached in this world. Unattached in this world. It's because of how the law of karma works. The law of karma works. The law of karma means like any action we do produce reactions. If I do good action, if I do humanitarian action, charitable action, right? So giving some donations or water services, anything, I'll get good results. Because of good results, I'll get good enjoyment in my life. There's a law of karma. The other thing is, if I do bad actions, sinful actions, mentally or physically, create problems to others, I have to go through suffering. If I have a suffering in my life, it may be coming from our previous lifetimes, right? It's evident, right? So that's how law of karma works. Law of karma works. So to avoid these karmic reactions, one has to do one thing for sure: karma phala tyaga. Huh? Karma phala tyagam, the basic thing. If you work like verse number 10, as a service to the Lord for the pleasure of the Lord, the actions will not produce any new reactions. But if our actions are towards some personal glorification, right? I'm donating money to donating money towards this some organization, and I want my name to be displayed on the notice board. I want my name to be displayed on the newspaper. Right? I'm working, but I'm expecting something in return, right? So because of that expectations, because of that expectation of result of our actions, we are always disturbed. We are always disturbed. There is no peace in our mind. Mhm. Mm. So if you work throughout our day, if you're result focused, how can I concentrate? Mm. Simple example: if I'm playing cricket, if a cricket player thinks that um, my ball, this ball will go. This ball will be six. He's result oriented. If he's result oriented and he's not even looking at the ball, but he's looking at the board, right? So that my name will be displayed the best six in the world. Right? If he's result oriented, he cannot focus on the work. That's the thing. So while working, one has to do falatyaga, right? Don't expect result. Let it come. Let be work focused. Mm. So if a person works with expectation of result, one cannot focus on the work itself, and one becomes egoistic, and one becomes he cannot tolerate. He cannot tolerate success and failure in our action. Good things happen in our life or bad things happen in our life. Someone appreciates us. mm, was someone criticizes us, we don't take equally, if we are so much result oriented. Mm. So that's why Krishna says one has to do karma phala tyaga. If you're not bringing God in your life, if you're not doing that, uh, but at least do uh, detachment, detachment from worldly duties, and detachment from worldly things. Right? Be work focused, and think like I'm not the doer. I'm not do. I'm doing it for a higher purpose, and tolerate the success or failure. So these are the things part of karma phala tyaga. If a person can do that, he can remain detached in this world, and he can slowly learn detachment and slowly learn higher purpose of his life, and he slowly learn to work for the pleasure of the Lord. Now that he's working for the pleasure of the Lord, now that he knows who is God, he goes little higher. That is, he start meditating on the Lord, practice meditating on the Lord. If he practice meditating on the Lord, he can experience the divine bliss. Right? So we're going from 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay. uh, it's already 7:30, so I'll do this slogan next time in our next session. I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for patiently listening. If you have any questions, thoughts, or sharings, we can take now. So we'll continue these verses in this 12th chapter. There's a lot to learn. Krishna talks about all the wonderful qualities a devotee will have. So that we'll see with nice stories also in our next session. Thank you all for attending. So please feel free to share your thoughts and realizations. Thank you. Hare Krishna.